I'm 75 years old. For most of my life, I thought I understood what mattered. I was wrong.
It took me 58 years to learn this lesson. 58 years. And by the time I truly understood it, most of my time was already gone. If you're listening now, I want you to hear this carefully because the truth I discovered doesn't announce itself. It waits quietly until it's almost too late. When I was young, I thought life would begin later. Later, when I had more money. Later, when my career was stable. Later, when I finally felt ready. So I rushed through my days, believing I was responsible. I rushed through conversations, relationships, and the moments that make a life. I told myself, sacrifice now, enjoy later. But what I didn't realize is that life doesn't pause. Time doesn't wait for readiness. And later has a way of disappearing without warning. I missed dinners with my family because of work. Missed birthdays because I was tired. Missed moments because I was distracted. And every time I thought, I'll make it up someday, I was lying to myself. Someday is not a date on the calendar. Someday is a story we tell ourselves to feel better about neglecting what matters now. I remember a Sunday afternoon when my daughter asked me to play with her. I was busy with papers on the dining table, and I said, just 5 more minutes. 5 minutes became an hour, an afternoon, a missed memory. Years later, she told me, I wish you had been there. And that small moment, the one I thought was insignificant, haunted me. Then there was my first real love, long ago. I was afraid of commitment. I thought I had time. I let opportunities pass, convinced there would be another chance, another day. There wasn't. I lost something beautiful because I postponed showing up fully, and I carry that regret to this day. Years passed quietly. I watched my children grow taller without noticing how fast it was happening. I watched my marriage change, slowly, quietly, and I never asked the hard questions I should have. I watched my parents age, and by the time I realized how precious their time was, it was too late to hear their stories, too late to ask the questions I wish I had. I was always present, but rarely there. Then, one evening at 58, I had a moment of clarity. It wasn't dramatic. There was no tragedy. Just me, sitting alone, thinking, if my life ended tomorrow, what would I regret not saying or doing? The answer hit me immediately. I realized I had spent decades investing in things that could never love me back. Titles, money, approval, busyness, and had underinvested in the things that truly mattered. People, presence, and time. Here's the lesson it took me 58 years to learn. Life is not measured by how much you achieve. It's measured by how deeply you live. No one at the end of life says, I wish I answered more emails. They say, I wish I listened more. I wish I spent more time with the people I love. I wish I had told them how much they mattered. When you're young, you think time is endless. At 75, time feels like a shrinking room, the walls moving closer each year. And suddenly, you understand the true cost of postponement. Every later has a price. Every ignored moment is a debt that comes due. I remember sitting with my father one evening, long after I had moved out, and realizing I had never really asked him what scared him most in life. I had never asked him about his dreams, his regrets, what he would do differently if he could. And then he was gone. I could have those conversations earlier, but I didn't. And I carry that regret every day. I also think about the small, unnoticed moments, the walks I skipped, the letters I never wrote, the friends I didn't call. Each one felt small, but they added up. Time, it turns out, is not measured in grand events alone. It is measured in the tiny choices we make every day to show up, to listen, to care. If I could live again, I would do fewer things faster and more things fully. I would sit longer. I would listen without checking the time. I would say what matters while there's still breath in my lungs. Because one day, there won't be. I don't say this with bitterness. I say it with peace and urgency. You still have time, but only if you stop wasting it. So here's my request to you. Not advice, but a warning wrapped in care. Choose presence over postponement. Choose people over pressure. Choose depth over delay. Don't live as if your real life starts later. Later is a dangerous illusion. This is your life, right now, and the clock is already ticking. Ask yourself, who am I postponing? What conversation am I avoiding? What moments am I letting slip by while I'm busy chasing things that don't matter? I wish someone had told me this when I was 20, 30, 40. But now, I am telling you. Don't wait. Don't let life pass quietly while you look elsewhere. Act now. Sit. Listen. Speak. Love. Truly love while there's still time. If this made you pause, if it made you think about your time differently, don't ignore that feeling. Act on it. And if you want more lessons like this, from someone who learned them the hard way, subscribe before it's too late.